Hello everyone. Welcome to a brand new cryptocurrency update. Today we were talking about Spell token. Has an amazing run over the year, of course, with 3,524%. And we look at the 1 hour, up 89.89% on the 1 hour, and on the day we're up 19.62%. On the week, up 110%. So it has been an amazing run for Spell token, but how far can this go? Well, of course, we all know that Spell token is burning 5 billion tokens starting in the beginning of January of next year. And if we can continue this run up until then, I could say, world events aside, could be pretty interesting to see what happens with the Spell price. Of course, trading activity, we see 81% buy and only 19% sell, which is pretty impressive. And of course, the price change, all these different variables, very, very interesting to look at what's happening. The volume is actually up 171% in the 24-hour, up to 255.1 million. Typical hold time for this token is 3 days, but it is still a very relatively new token, so that information sort of isn't all too important to look at. But still, looking at, if you guys aren't following MIM_spell Magic Internet Money on Twitter, then I don't know what you're doing. You definitely should be interacting with the, but that also, it leads me to my other point, is Spell token right now. If you look at, we're up to 420 tweets just today. I believe yesterday it was like 200 tweets, and I was looking at the socials on Spell, and the community around it is actually growing. It's interesting how it's being put in tweets next to meme tokens, because Spell is not a meme token, but it's interesting just to look at how it's gaining some of this notoriety and attention that otherwise would be going towards the meme community. But when people, I think, who are more into cryptocurrency for the long haul are putting Spell into their portfolio for a long-term hodl. If you're a fan of this channel, then you obviously know that I'm a long-term holder of crypto, and I'm not necessarily interested. Of course, I know there's plenty of people who are telling me in the comments that they've been accumulating on these dips because they are pretty predictable. However, we have to understand, there might be a lockdown imminent, and of course that's not going to be too hot for the, stock market, and it's not going to be too hot for the crypto market. So, and that might be happening next year, early next year. So we do need to keep that into consideration. World events aside, but still, people put $100 into Spell. Still, it's interesting to see people buying, even though it's approaching all-time highs, at 0.0239. People, you could still put $100 in there and accumulate quite a lot of them. So that's definitely quite interesting to see, how that's been happening. But I think over the next week, if we can maintain this bullish trajectory, then all-time highs are imminent. And of course, moving into next year, if we can maintain that up until the bulls, up until the burn, the 5 billion burn, that'll be happening in January. Of course, there's always going to be dips and troughs, and kingdoms built and destroyed in a matter of moments. And of course, I think that there obviously will be lower price points that will be available for people to accumulate at. But according to all the technicals that I got in front of me, I could easily see that this run will continue for probably the rest of the next 24-hour period. We'll probably see Spell going up even further. Then of course it's interesting to look at just these different oscillators. Is neutral. The buy signal is 12 buy, 2 sell. The moving average still has it as a strong buy. So it is interesting, and I think one of the main things that's going to be going pretty well for Spell token is going to be once people realize the staking, once like the average person actually starts staking Spell, and then they realize that they could actually generate Magic Internet Money or stable coins from it. I think that will boost up the price as well. So long term, I'm very confident in this token. I'm just at this point, 0.0239 for me is a little high for me to accumulate personally, just because I was able to get in back around when it was a penny or just under a penny. So I still am hoping that it will go down lower so that I could accumulate and add to my position, dollar cost averaging in. But all that being said, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this update. I think that there is a lot of potential for this token for the long term. And stay safe, everybody. Of course, remember to subscribe, comment down below, and of course, this video is not financial advice. No, I'm not your dad, not your financial advisor. But all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.